Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. The LR androids just got their EZA. We're about to try them out. Cannot wait to try 16 out against Fusions and Marsu. They generally do look like probably currently up there with Rose. Can decide more once I've used them. Currently looking like one of the best yellow coin LRs in the entire game, or yellow coin EZA LRs in the game. It's between them and Rose. I don't actually have any dupes in them. They've been out for years. Literally came out in 2019 and I haven't managed to put a single dupe. They're on the track to get to level 10 links, but not quite yet. But regardless, we're going to try them out. Of course, the new update come out, so now we can just click and then we can get some more information pop up when we want to know links, passives, super attack effects, those kind of things. Really do like this update. So yeah, we're going to start them in slot 1. They do have a little bit of support from these guys. We do lose legendary power from Cell, so we do have, with the support and also with legendary power, a 440k attack stat, 218k defense. Without legendary power, we go all the way down to 372k. But let's see how they do. You can let me know your thoughts of them down in the comments. While you're there, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. All the support is very much appreciated. And they're starting off with their 50% chance to dodge twice, which is really nice. 9.68 mil. Just like that. 55%, just like that. So you're telling me with legendary power, they're probably hitting 10. They're hitting 10 mil at 55%. No problems, no qualms. That's only 30% attack and defense on an 18 key super as well, which of course they also get on their 12 key, 30% twice. Damn, maybe they are up there as one of the best yellow coin EZA LRs. It's definitely between them and Rose. We're also facing a Cell, just so I can make sure their active skill is ready for when we want to try 16. But they do start with key +3, attack and defense plus 178% at the start of turn, then gains an additional attack and defense plus 78% when performing a super attack. They then have a 30% chance of evading enemies' attacks, and then they gain an additional key +3 and have an extra 20% chance of evading, as long as your HP is 66% or more at the start of turn. Which, to be fair, isn't the most difficult. Unfortunately, I haven't pulled the new 21, as, you know, also a very good unit that goes with androids. Also, she has healing. There's also the Tournament of Power androids, which of course Global don't have yet, but JP does, that you can run them with. Maintaining your HP at 66% or more, really not difficult to keep that extra dodge chance. As I said, my only qualm with this unit, like before 16 comes out, is I would have preferred them to have a little bit more dodge. Just for a bit more consistency. Considering how strong 16 is once you get them out, which, to be fair, it's not even difficult to get them out. You know, as long as your HP is like 66% or less with 2 or more android category allies on the team, which naturally you're going to run them with. You know, it kind of makes sense while they're not as strong as I wanted them to be. Or essentially has that little bit more consistency to their dodge. But right now, it's kind of making sense why they don't have even more, because they're putting out some very good numbers. And again, this is at 55%. I don't have any dupes in these guys. At 55% doing 9 to 10 mil attack stats. Their defense, don't get me wrong, before 16 comes out, their defense isn't the strongest. But they do probably have in the realms of like 500-600k plus with their dodge chance, so can kind of be forgiven, especially because they're also a very strong support for androids. And then not only that as well, having additionals and stuff built in. But then when 16 comes out, he's an absolute powerhouse. So it kind of makes sense. I'd still want a little bit more consistency on the dodge though. We are looking quite weak right now because we have taken a lot of damage. Not only that, we're also getting an additional 35% defense within the same turn, and launches an additional attack. There's like 50% chance of becoming a super attack for 3 turns after evading. So we currently have that extra 35% defense and that 50% chance of an additional super. So of course they dodged the 2 initial attacks in the first turn. So we'll let them run as 16, 17 and 18 for a little bit longer. Of course, your main thing is you want to get 16 out and just let him just clean up. Still 9 mil at 55% is kind of crazy to me. Still crazy to me that after all these years I haven't actually managed to put a single dupe in them. Definitely going to need to get some skill orbs on. They didn't dodge the super attack, but they do have type of Wide right now, so I can't imagine this is doing too much, even with only 30% extra defense on super. Yeah, 24k. Nothing much to worry about. I think next turn they come about, I'm getting 16 out. Like I said, I've seen his numbers. I'm pretty sure they're at rainbowed, but with no dodge, no guard, because of course he loses his dodge once you get him out. No dodge, no guard, no damage reduction, nothing like that. Just pure numbers. Pretty sure at rainbow, I saw 16 with like 1.4 million defense or like 1.6 million defense. Basically something crazy like that. So, you know, clearly he doesn't need it, but it was kind of wild just seeing a unit with just sheer amounts of defense that can tank probably Fusion Zamasu once he super attacks for double digits with no extra like defensive capabilities. It's crazy. And of course, one of the good things about this unit before you exchange them is the fact they're an active skill. So you can actually choose whether or not you want to lose the dodge. You want to choose whether or not you want to lose the support. Because that key +2 and attack and defense +50% for android category units. Very, very nice. Right, so we can completely usher that turn with the Dokkan Fest androids. We're going to get 16 out now, see how he does. And I can't wait to see what he does. Because as I said, he just looks like an absolute powerhouse of a unit. And again, this is at 55%, so I'm even more intrigued to see what he can do. So now that 16 has come out to play, now that we got the big boy, 16. Now that he's ready to do some damage, we're starting with key +8 at the start of turn and attack and defense +240%. And instead of 30% attack and defense on both 12 and 18Q super, it's going to be 50%. Of course, in the 18, we do sacrifice 6% HP, but considering how much healing you can get from same type key spheres and some units that naturally heal, not going to be a problem. Link-wise, it's pretty much the exact same. We've gained tough as nails. We do have 2 sets of support right now as well. So we're on a 368k attack stat start of turn, 277 in terms of defense. Let's give him all these key fizz. 24 key super. Type advantage as well. So this is going to do some damage. Not only that as well, we're getting super attacks before we even get to super attack. So, I mean, this actually might do a little bit because we haven't super attacked yet. Yeah, that's fine. 16.2 million. Are you taking the piss? He just had his attack lowered as well, and you're telling me he's pulling out a 16.2 million attack stat. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. 16.2 million attack stat. He had his attack lowered before we did anything, and it's still that high. So you're telling me he can go higher than that? We don't have legendary power active, so it can go higher than that. I haven't finished getting them to level 10 links, so it can go higher than that. And last but definitely not least, I have these at 55%, the bare minimum. And 16 is doing a 13 million crit, 13 million crit on a 16 million attack stat. What? Okay, I don't want to do this because I love EZA LR Rose, right? But maybe LR androids are the best EZA yellow coin LR in the game, because my Rose's got like a dupe or two. He's amazing. Don't get me wrong, he's still amazing. I have these guys at 55%, and they have more versatility to them pre and post exchange. What? I still can't believe what I've just seen. That is crazy. 16 million attack stat after he had his attack lowered, and only at 55%. Damn. Didn't even hit an additional either. Didn't even have a chance. Skill orbs definitely have to go on these guys. Definitely have to put some skill orbs on these guys. 16 also gets an additional 160% attack and defense on super. He has a 50% chance of pulling a critical hit, which is very nice, especially for me who doesn't have dupes. So if you are lacking, he just naturally has a built-in crit. And with those kind of numbers on an attack stat, bear in mind he did have double support, but regardless, Android units typically do have a lot of support. Not only that, you're doing those kind of numbers with a 50% chance to crit. The amount of raw damage 16 can do alone is generally insane. Not only that as well, do you know what? It actually, now that they've got an EZA, it might actually be worth running dual androids. Like, yeah, you lose out on a 200% lead, but actually no, you can run androids as a lead and then run a 200% lead friend or vice versa, because then you can keep one untransformed or one non-exchange, so you can keep the support and dodge, and then have one of them become 16 and then basically link them almost perfectly together with each other while having that hefty support. Might be an option, I'm not gonna lie. Might generally be a great option. Okay. I'm actually gonna... I really want to link these guys up, but no one's really built for slot 1. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the Whis, and because I want to see what type of damage he's doing with legendary power active. You know, I'm actually gonna double, because Cell would actually do a ton of damage, which I don't want to do, because of course I want to see what 16's doing. All that key he gets is generally amazing as well. It means you're maximizing damage, because majority of the time you're going to be sitting on a 24 key super attack or very close to one as well. Kind of glad I done this either as well, because that super attack was immediate. But not only that, 16 has a guaranteed crit if your HP is 66% or less as well, which again, combined with the attack stats he's putting out, and again, this is only at 55% to take into account, that's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. Or an enemy whose name includes Cell, which is guaranteed, which is why he crit in here. 16 point... He's still doing 16.5. And of course, we're facing a Cell, so he's going to guarantee crit. Oh, an additional 9.9, but regardless, that's two 50% defense raises, which is massive. And the combined amount of damage he can do because of the crits, insane. He has no dudes. What do you mean? This is wild. The Cell Max event, 16 could probably shred him. Like, absolutely shred him. That's crazy. Not only that as well, to round out his passive, 16 will launch an additional super attack when there's an enemy whose name includes, when there's an Android / Cell Saga category enemy, or when all allies attacking in the same turn are Android category units, which is very easy to do, because that is pretty much the units you're surrounding him by, or the majority of units that are going to be surrounding him. So getting that guaranteed additional, very, very easy to do. And again, that guaranteed additional is massive, because not only are you getting two 50% attack and defense raises, so he can bulk himself up even more, but having that 50% chance to crit, or the guaranteed crit if your HP is 66% or less, means the amount of damage he's doing kind of almost, like just slightly almost like guaranteed. I mean, you're seeing it for yourself. 16 million attacks that follow up by 9 or 10. It's wild how good 16 is. Like, he is strong. Like, strong. And the thing that just is insane to me is this is at 55%. Of course, the only downside is you only have 16 out for 3 turns. But the reason why currently that isn't a downside is because of how extremely short content is. So imagine you hopping against Fusion Zamasu, you know, you can only have 16 out for 3 turns. One good thing is the androids have type advantage against Fusion Zamasu's first phase with the AoEs. They can do some damage. They're supporting. They have a 50% chance to dodge. You might want to load them up with dodge if you have dupes and skill orbs as well, just to make it a bit more consistent. Give 16 a bit extra, because once 16 comes out, because it's not permanent, he has an additional and crit built in. Doesn't really need him. I mean, maybe a little bit of extra additional so he can triple super. The 16 isn't permanent. He's only out for like, what, 3 turns? Once you get him out against Fusion Zamasu's second phase, you're doing so much damage in total that by the time 16 like comes back, you either beat the event or he's literally on the turn where he's about to go back. So you miss him out, like you miss him for 1 turn. So even though the 16 exchange isn't permanent, it works so well for them because of how short content is right now. And by the time 16's about to go, you're probably killing the enemy anyway because he's doing so much damage along with the rest of the units and the damage they're doing. I have to say, they have to be the best Yellow Coin EZA in the game. Just because of how good 16 is. And they do have a lot of versatility as well. It irks me to displace Rose, but at 55%, this unit is actually crazy. You can let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Can't wait to try them out against Zamasu in difficult content because they are packing heat. And I'll see you in the next one. And push.